Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and tonight I am doing some very necessary maintenance in all of my rice pots. Now for all of those who have been following along and growing rice with me, this probably should have been done a month ago when you seeded it, but I forgot to do it. So tonight I am getting out my Back to Most briquettes. This is basically, I'm going to read it. A floating sustained release larvicide for long-term control of mosquito and cycotid fly larvae. It's a biological control. Bacillus thuringiensis subspecies israeliensis is the primary active ingredient. It doesn't kill other beneficial insects. It just kills the larval stage predominantly of mosquitoes. That's my main reason for using these. And I am putting these into every pot of rice that I have, every container that holds water, I have a lot of saucers under pots because we're so dry and I'm watering a lot, but I'm getting huge amounts of mosquitoes as a result of the water in those saucers. So I'm walking around the garden basically putting these anywhere that I have standing water, and it'll make a huge difference. So let me show you exactly how easy this process is. So I actually started on this process yesterday, and I put a briquette into this pot, and yesterday this was full of mosquito larvae. I mean full. You could see them wiggling around. It is pretty crazy. So in 24 hours, this is already doing its job. And you see the rice is growing really well. This is exactly how rice wants to grow. Standing water, pot with no drainage holes, larger the better. But to control the mosquitoes, this really is the critical component. So here is a saucer with some ferns in it, and it has standing water, and this has active mosquito larvae. You can see them wiggling around. You see all those? So I'm just gonna go ahead and add a briquette, knowing that 24 hours, hopefully all that larva will be dead. It's crazy to be this dry and have this many mosquitoes, but that's what standing water allows. Very small, micro spaces for mosquitoes to be able to breed. So here behind me, you see all the seed from the Aerometallicum. That is basically like a frog pond. Usually I have a king tut papyrus in it. I haven't found any king tuts this year, and they didn't overwinter. But I know I've got a whole bunch of mosquitoes breeding in there, so tossing a briquette in, just like that. The great thing is it won't impact the frogs and toads that live here. It's just really to control the mosquito larvae. Now I have a whole bunch of rice pots over at the Airbnb that all need this treatment. So you know we are doing this experiment with the black madras rice in the veggie mix bags with no drainage holes, and it's working great. But there's standing water, and though I don't see any, oh yes I do. I do see mosquito larvae in there. All right, it's really easy. We're gonna put one per bag. We're gonna do it to every single bag here. Just to show you, I have several mosquito ponds, essentially. I do have papyrus growing out of this one, and you see the Edgeworthia is totally filled in. You just heard a frog leap in, but I'm gonna go ahead and add another one. I added a dunk to it yesterday, but I feel like this pond has so many mosquitoes that having two isn't gonna be problematic. And you can see, I've got two beautiful rice pots here right out front. Go ahead and put those dunks in. And what's most exciting to me about this is that it actually combines some wisdom that I gleaned from Dr. Doug Talami when we were speaking together at a conference back in April. And he was describing to people how they should get buckets, fill it with some compost and hay, and basically make a mosquito trap and then add these bacillus dunks to them. And that is more effective than having Mosquito Joe spray, which is sure a naturally derived imidacloprid, but that stuff that they spray kills everything. It doesn't just kill mosquitoes. And he was like saying how ironic it is that the same company that makes the imidacloprid that Mosquito Joe sprays makes these. And this is a way better, much safer, more specific option for mosquito control. And while he was going through the process of explaining like how to make these mosquito traps, I'm like, oh my God, that sounds like a pot of rice. So why not do double duty? You can trap your mosquitoes and you can grow rice at the same time. It's like, I think, one of the coolest things ever. So I was really excited to share that little tidbit of information with all of you. And if you are growing rice, or frankly, if you just have standing water in places and you have a lot of mosquito issues, I put a link in the description just to Amazon from where I got these. They are very effective, they are very safe, and I think they'll make your summer significantly more pleasant. Well, as always, thanks so much for watching, and happy gardening, everybody.